What's up guys, it's Galaxyguy26 again here, and this is another Pokemon Showdown battle I had with a fella called GoldenMagikarp, or female I guess. Anyway, I decided to leave my Argle because I see the Breloom and I'm like, Breloom! And anyway, I'm like, if I want anything asleep, it's going to be the Argle because his whole team pretty much resists except for the Cloyster. And though I do have a super effective move on the Volbeat and the Dragonite and the Volcarona, they'll all outspeed me and tear me to shreds anyway, so the Argle was the best one to send to sleep now anyway. So I bring in my Toasty, which is what I would have led with anyway, and then I just try and get the burn on this Breloom. He goes for the Spore, he also forgets about the Sleep Claws, as I do as well, and I'm just trying to get the Will-O-Wisp on. He goes for the Spore again. At this stage, he's in the chat talking to me like, oh, why didn't you go to sleep, you know? I used Spore on you, and I'm like, well, I think it missed, didn't it? And he's like, no, it didn't miss. And then we both sort of looked up and we're like, oh yeah, Sleep Claws. So that's why he couldn't Spore me. And I decided to speed this part. I speed a lot of this video up because he takes a lot of time decision making, which is a good thing, I guess, because you know it means he's making the right moves for him. But I decided to speed a lot of the video up a lot quicker than this bit as well. So anyway, finally. He comes back in and he's going to switch out and go into Volbeat. I just go for the Confuse Ray. I'm thinking if he stays in, I've got a confused Breloom that's burnt as well. If he switches out, I've got something else that's confused. And at this stage as well, I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp again. Repeat the whole burn confuse shenanigans because why not? Volbeat gets confused, which is great because I don't even know what Volbeat can carry on it. And this is another one of those waiting stage games. So prepare for a 4 times 400% sped up version of this. Volbeat swaying, Dusclops dancing, you know. Anyway, back to it. I go for the Will-O-Wisp. I do get the burn. Spoiler alert, I do get the burn. Oh no, I don't. I thought I burned it at that stage. Never mind. He brings in the Volcarona to block the obvious Will-O-Wisp, I guess. And I'm just going to go for a Confuse Ray as well. Anyway, because obviously the Volcarona part fire type walls my Will-O-Wisp. Anyway, he goes for the Quiver Dance. I'm thinking, I really don't want this thing to set up on me. But then again, I have nothing to bring into it. So I'm just going to end up Seismic Tossing this Volcarona, doing 100 damage steady to it. Eviolite Dusclops is pretty bulky, so I'm going to be able to take most of what this Volcarona throws at me, and I'm just going to keep Seismic Tossing until I sort of win. He goes for the Bug Buzz, not sure why, because I resist that well. Possibly should have gone for a Shadow Sneak here instead of a Seismic Toss, but I thought I could live whatever he pulled out, but he turned out to pull out a Fiery Dance, I do believe. Yep, and I go down. So Shadow Sneak might have been a better play there. Doesn't matter too much anyway. So now I'm looking at what I can bring into this Volcarona that's already very quick and set up and stuff. And in the end, I think I decided for my Crobat because my Crobat is defensive anyway. I've already spoken to you about my bulky Crobat. Yeah, we're sitting around for a little while here. And it also has the Acrobatics, which is going to be stab super effective. So hopefully, after a bit of spaz, hey, why does he go for Giga Drain? Maybe he predicts me to Pivot Switch. I don't understand why I'd ever Pivot Switch out of Crobat. But he Giga Drains, possibly a misclick on his part, and I take down the Volcarona with ease. And my Crobat has still got 90% health to do some sweeping. In comes the Cloyster. U-turn out of there because I'm predicting an Icicle Spear or a Rock Blast. Either or are going to really hurt my Crobat, but he decides to Shell Smash straight away. So I could have stayed in and did a lot more damage. His White Herb restores the loss of health, and I'm just thinking, well, if this Cloyster's going to set up on me, it can't touch my Fortress, so I'm just going to set up on it, and in come my entry hazards. I'm going to set up some Toxic Spikes, because they're going to hit everything on his team except for the Gliscor and the Dragonite, and I'm also going to set up some rocks as well, I think. In comes another Icicle Spear. Should have gone for the Rock Blast really, because obviously the Icicle Spear is not going to be effective thanks to part Steel, but the part Bug will weaken me to the Rock Blast like so. I don't get my Stealth Rocks up, unfortunately, because he does get a crit, and I think the Rock Blast would have taken me out anyway, so my Fortress goes down. That's not a problem, he did his job, he got the double Toxic Spikes up. Now at this stage, I'm looking at this Cloyster, I'm thinking I can't bring anything into it, so I'm just going to bring in my Argle, go for a Steel Gem boosted Bullet Punch, and hope for the best. I mean, there really isn't much I can do to it because I'm asleep. So I'm hoping I'm going to wake up, but no such luck, and I get taken down easily with an Icicle Spear. Now I'm thinking, well, bugging me. There's really nothing I can do. Maybe I can outspeed with my Ninetales as well, I think. So I'm like, Solar Beam, outspeed, this is my last pitch attempt. And he goes for a Hydro Pump. Thank God for that. It's going to be weakened by the sun. It's not going to kill me off. He could have gone for a Rock Blast and I would have been gone and out of there, but he didn't. So that was just poor play on his part, I guess. Not realizing the sun was up. And I get that thing killed with my Ninetales. My Ninetales outspeeds the Gliscor easily. A lot of damage comes in from the sun boosted flamethrower, and I'm going to bring my Crobat to resist those earthquakes and just generally wreck house. Because in comes my acrobatics. Just going to take down the Gliscor. We're waiting around here, so we're just going to watch Nobat flap around for a bit. And we're back in, and in comes the Dragonite. He's not going to get touched by the toxic spikes, but that's fine. I'm going to bring in my... Oh no, okay, no, I go for a Super Fang to break the multi-scale in case he's carrying it. But I take an Outrage to the face, which is not good. Now I think this Cloyster carries a Focus Sash. So I'm just going to go for an Ice Shard to take the Dragonite out safely. And on the Breloom, I think I go for the Shell Smash. Yes, looks like I do. Ah, yeah, this is where I went wrong, see? And I get Sleep Hacks. And essentially it all comes down now to whether I'm going to wake up. The Drain Punches aren't doing too much because Cloyster has a really high natural base defense. I think it's 135 or something. He's going for a Muck Punch. And I just need to wake up and get the Shell Smash. That's all I'm thinking. You know, wake up, get the Shell Smash. That's all you need to do, Cloyster. And then I don't wake up. So thanks to Breloom, I lose the match. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. And I hate Breloom.